The building permit is quite literally the key that unlocks your ability to put an ADU on your property. Brooks, tell me what is so critically important about this building permit?
Well, legally, you can't build anything on your property without getting a building permit for the city to say, okay, this fits within the guidelines of what we're allowed in that area to build.
Mm,
But even more importantly, the city looks at it not just for what it's aesthetically going to be, but is it safe? Because you're not talking about a shed, you're talking about a living environment.
yeah,
So you're going to want to make sure that it's safe for a family to live there, that structurally it will be sound, that it
right.
has, smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, that it has a path for egress, that the windows are big enough to get in and out of.
Yeah.
So all of that is basically what the city looks at in the set of plans when they're evaluating, is this going to be a building that is fit for someone to live in
Yeah.
and work in conjunction with the rest of the neighborhood? And how they manage that is through issuing a building permit. Okay. Now, I can tell you there are a lot of people who try to build things without getting a building permit. Let me basically tell you what my perspective is on this.
Uh-oh.
Always, always, always get a building permit. It is in your best interest. It is in the people who are doing it. It takes your liability. It's in the city. It may cost you, $3,000 or $4,000 to get that building permit. You think, my gosh, why am I spending that money? But look at the value you're getting back.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that once you get it approved, it's going to meet fire code.
Mm,
It's going to make sure that the snow load for the roof has been designed to take that so the roof doesn't
gosh.
collapse on somebody.
Yeah.
It's going to make sure that that the parking is there. It's going to make sure that the electrical is working properly and that we designed enough electrical to take care of the stuff. The plumbing's going to work properly.
Yeah.
It basically says, we know that if you build it to the way you've designed it, it's going to be safe.
Yeah.
Now, you're a property owner who is putting someone into a living space.
Yes.
You want to ensure and guarantee that it is going to be safe.
Yes.
Okay. You can't basically really get it insured without the insurance company saying, did you pull a building permit?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got to get that building permit. The other thing that's going to happen is if you ever go to sell your property, they're going to ask, did you pull a building permit? You've done some modifications to this house.
Yeah.
How am I going to know that it's up to code and that it's safe? They know that because they can go see the building permit was taken. Now, what happens in conjunction with that building permit is the city goes and inspects the property at certain intervals to make sure that it's being built to that code.
Right.
But it's the building permit that drives all of that inspection process and drives the recording of that. That's why a building permit is so important, and you can't go forward without it.
Well, and it sounds like it ensures that you don't have people telling you to stop and undo and redo, and that you're actually able to ensure a smooth process.
You're actually getting a third party, the city, independent of your builder, who's saying it's being built right and it's being built safe.
Yes, I love that.
That's really, really important for you.
Yeah.
Now, another thing is there are people who get away with building without a building permit. But if the city finds out, they literally can make you tear your building down.
That's what I was afraid of, is like having to undo something.
Yeah, if it's unsafe and it's not right, the city can come in and say, I'm sorry, but you need to tear this down. And so all the money you invested is just washed out the door.
Oh my gosh.
So
wow.
Always, always, always get a building permit.
How long does it take to get a permit, would you say?
That really depends upon several things.
Okay.
You could go anywhere from 4 weeks to 4 months. Now,
Okay.
let me tell you what those variables are. If you start submitting plans to the city that are not complete, it may take them a week or two to get to the point that they review it and they go, oh, you're missing this.
Take it back.
Go back. Then you got to fix it. Then you got to go back into their queue. Then they look at it 2 weeks later and say, oh, you're missing this. And each time you go through that, that extends your time through there.
Gotcha.
So it's really important that you work with a reputable, design company that is working with the city so that you can get that in and likely get it through the first time without having any issues to that coming through there. It makes a big difference in there. Second thing that's going to matter is how busy is the city right now.
Gotcha.
You know, if there's a lot of construction going on, it's going to take them more time to get to reviewing it than if there's not a lot of construction.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, there's a lot of construction going on.
So be ready, be patient,
Yeah.
and have all your ducks in a row
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah.
Okay. How can someone connect to get more information?
The easiest way and best way is for them just to send us an email. And the easy way to remember that email address is hello@aduutah.com. So just send an email to hello@aduutah.com.